Little Rock High School of 1957. In 1954, the US Supreme Court, remember the highest court in America, announced that segregation in schools was totally illegal. Arkansas, as you can see on this map, is a state in the South, and like many other southern states, it didn't like this desegregation idea. In 1957, the local newspaper, the Arkansas State Press, began a campaign to force desegregation. They thought it was the right thing to do. The school board and the city's mayor agreed that some efforts should be made to accept the new law. However, the governor, or the leader of the state of Arkansas, a guy called Orval Faubus, disagreed. He decided that any black students who wanted to go to a white-only school should be stopped. Eventually, 9 black students had registered an interest in attending Little Rock High School. Faubus called out the National Guard, in other words, soldiers, to prevent this from happening. As you can see from this picture, National Guard's armed soldiers patrolled the gates and the perimeter of the school. The 9 black students didn't turn up on the first day. The second day, they failed to get in and were stopped, as you can see on this picture, by the National Guard. All of this was seen on TV, and many people in America were shocked by it. For the next 18 days, they waited to see what would happen. For 18 days, the President of the US tried to persuade the state governor Faubus to obey the rule, but he refused. On Monday the 23rd of September, the 9 black students were able to be smuggled into the school. When a large white mob heard about this, it attacked black Americans on the streets, reporters from northern newspapers, and the police did very little to prevent it. In the end, President Eisenhower ordered 1,100 1st Airborne paratroopers to escort the Little Rock 9, as they were called, into school. The paratroopers stayed until November, and the National Guardsmen who Faubus had put on the street were now under direct control of the president. They stayed for an entire year, patrolling corridors and making sure that the black students got a fair crack. This photograph shows the anger, and is quite famous from the time, that white people had on black people attending this school. The lady who was trying to go to school, the black lady, said she wore sunglasses to try and hide the fear in her eyes. The offence at Little Rock had a number of effects. 4 parents of the 9 students lost their jobs, membership of the Klan grew in that area, and the governor, Orval Faubus, became a hero in many people's eyes. Even though Little Rock opened as a desegregated school in 1960, by 1964 only 3% of its students were black Americans. However, this was the first time that black students had been to a white-only school, and the door to that could never be closed.